Chapter 2. Thyroid Function. The thyroid gland is located in the front lower portion of the neck. It has a lobe on each side of the throat, resembling a bow tie. The thyroid gland serves many purposes, but we will focus on its function to regulate the metabolic rate. Hyperthyroidism results when a person has an elevated amount of thyroid hormone, and this person is likely to be thin. Hyperthyroidism results from Graves' disease. Hypothyroidism occurs when a person has decreased levels, and this person is likely to be overweight. Possibly the thyroid hormone receptor sites are not available or not functioning as they should. Candidiasis can also affect thyroid function, which will be addressed in another chapter. Hypothyroidism, or a sluggish thyroid, is far more common than hyperthyroidism. It results in low energy and fatigue. Regular exercise stimulates thyroid function, and only about 25% of Americans have an adequate exercise routine, with about 75% of Americans not exercising adequately. It's easy to understand how over 60% of Americans are overweight or obese. Exercise will be discussed in a later chapter. One key component of the thyroid hormone molecule is iodine. It is similar to iron in the hemoglobin molecule. Deficiency of iron can lead to lowered hemoglobin function and anemia, and iodine deficiency can lead to thyroid dysfunction. Nutrition is, in part, about giving the body the building blocks it needs to be healthy. There are many physical manifestations of a sluggish, underperforming thyroid. I will only mention the major ones, including fatigue, low libido, hair loss, and low body temperature. This person craves carbohydrates, and as the excess weight is put on, it is typically throughout the entire body. Hashimoto's disease is a form of hypothyroidism, and it is autoimmune in nature. It has become more common in recent years. Basically, the body has become allergic to thyroid hormone. A good doctor can make the proper thyroid diagnosis. Many clinical signs can manifest, and some of those have been listed. A thyroid panel may be ordered. It is best to use a more complete panel. Most of the time, your medical doctor will simply look at TSH, and if it is off, you will get an eternal prescription for Synthroid. This does not fix the problem. You are just constantly pumping synthetic thyroid hormone into your body. Assuming that you still have your thyroid gland, it would be better to give your body the nutrition that it needs to help it function on its own, and it is more involved than just supplementing iodine. The approach that I am describing is one of functional medicine as opposed to traditional Western medicine, whereas functional medicine seeks to determine the root causes of problems and address them. Maybe it is time for you to stop following the herd to Western medicine and get to the root cause with a functional medicine approach. Here is a bit more detail on the different thyroid-related hormones. It starts with TSH, thyroid-stimulating hormone, being released from the brain and taking its action on the thyroid gland to produce T4 thyroxine, which is inactive until it gets to the liver, where it is converted to T3 triiodothyronine, the active form. The lab values for these and possibly others can be helpful to know what is going on. When all three are working properly and in the right amounts, your metabolism can be working correctly. Less important is reverse T3, which can be measured on a thyroid panel blood test, and it is believed to be inactive. One simple home test to assess your thyroid function somewhat is called the Barnes test, where you take your axillary temperature first thing in the morning. Check it 5 days in a row. A temperature below 97.6 indicates an underactive thyroid. Thyroid temperature test. Barnes thyroid test. Patient name. This test is an excellent way to determine thyroid function using basal body temperature, the body's temperature at rest. If the thyroid is running low, the body's temperature will drop below normal, while the body is at rest sleep. This test is done by measuring the underarm temperature upon waking after a night's sleep. For accuracy, the test is performed 5 mornings in a row, and then the mean average is calculated. The instructions for performing this test are as follows. The night before, shake down the thermometer, an oral glass thermometer only, and set it on the nightstand next to the bed. Immediately upon waking, without raising your head from the pillow, place the thermometer under the arm. Leave the thermometer under the arm for 10 minutes. Move as little as possible in this process. You must remain flat on your back during this entire time, otherwise the thyroid gland will be activated and a false reading will be taken. After 10 minutes, remove the thermometer and record the temperature. The test is invalidated if you expend any energy just before recording the temperature, i.e., getting up for any reason, shaking down the thermometer, etc. Barnes's thyroid test. If you think your thyroid health is part of your problem, and you are probably right then, give us a call to see what we can do to improve your health at Alpha Weight Loss, LLC, http://www.alphaweightloss.net.